sit back and throw one back with your pinkies in the air and a middle finger to the world. And join me, the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, as I look back on this day in pro wrestling history. But before we do, put that drink down, like, share, and subscribe, and join the Gentleman Bastard Brigade. And without further ado, let's get our wrestling nerd on. It is March 7th, and I hope you're all having an amazing day. I know I am. So let's start off on a positive note as we always do. These are your pro wrestling birthdays. 1959, WCW's Sergeant Greg Pittman. 1963, he's certainly given us something to wrestle with, Bruce Pritchard. 1987, watch out, it's Angelico. 1990, the Bullet Club's Chase Owens. 1997, he's got quite a mustache, Tyler Bate. Of course, on the flip side of that coin, your pro wrestling deaths for March 7th. 1989, longtime promoter, Paul Bosch. 2017, the Outlaw, Ron Bass. Alright, enough of the sad stuff. It's time to get to the meat and potatoes. That's right, these are your pro wrestling history highlights for March 7th. Alright, today we're starting in the 1930s, specifically 1939. Dean Denton defeats Lou Palmer for the San Francisco Pacific Coast heavyweight title in San Francisco, California. Making a quick stop in 1940, Ray Steele defeats Bronco Nagurski to win the National Wrestling Association World Heavyweight title in St. Louis, Missouri. Jumping into the 50s, specifically 1953, Gorgeous George defeats Don McIntyre for Georgia's NWA Southern Heavyweight title in Atlanta, Georgia, ending McIntyre's 8th reign. 1955, Gloria Brittini wins her second NWA Florida Women's title in Tampa, Florida, ending Betty Hawkins' 3rd reign. Grooving into the 60s, 1961, Eddie Graham defeats Buddy Austin for the Florida NWA Southern Heavyweight title in Tampa, Florida. 1963, Buddy Austin and Great Scott defeat Johnny Barend and Buddy Rogers to win the Northeast NWA United States Tag Team titles in Washington, D.C. During Austin and Scott's reign, NWA Capital Wrestling left the NWA and became the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, with the title becoming the WWF United States Tag Team titles. 1967, in Tokyo, Japan, NWA International Heavyweight Champion Giant Baba fought Worldwide Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Champion Bruno Sammartino to a draw in a 2 out of 3 falls match to retain his title. Each man had won a fall each by pinfall with body press, taking just over a half hour in total. The match ended in a draw when the 3rd fall reached a 60-minute time limit draw. The WWF title was not at stake. 1969, Mario Milano and the Spoiler, Don Jardine, defeated Don Leo Jonathan and Antonio Puglisi to win the International Wrestling Alliance World Tag Team titles in Sydney, Australia. Skipping into the 70s, 1970, Baron von Raschke wins the World Wrestling Association World Heavyweight title from Dick the Bruiser in Chicago, Illinois. 1977, Worldwide Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Champion Bruno Sammartino defeated Ken Patera to retain his title after guest referee Gorilla Monsoon stopped the match due to excessive blood loss. And our last stop in the 70s, 1978, Mike Graham and Steve Kern win their second Florida NWA United States Tag Team titles in Miami, Florida, defeating Jack and Jerry Briscoe. Let's put our power suits on because it's time to hit the 80s. 1980, Larry Lane defeats Bob Morgan in Amarillo, Texas, to win the NWA Western States Heavyweight title. 1982, the Cadillac Tournament was held in the Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. In the semifinals, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat defeats Roddy Piper. However, Steamboat was assaulted and injured by Roddy Piper after the match, leaving Steamboat unable to continue in the tournament. This changed Valiant and Ventura's semifinal match to a tournament final. In that match, Jimmy Valiant defeated Jesse Ventura to win the Cadillac Tournament. Making two stops in 1983. First, Dino Bravo defeats Billy Robinson in Montreal, Quebec to win the International Wrestling International Heavyweight title for a fourth time, ending Robinson's second reign. Second, Stagger Lee, aka Koko B. Ware, defeats Bobby Eaton for the NWA Mid-American Heavyweight title in Memphis, Tennessee. On the same show, Jerry Lawler defeats Austin Idol to win the AWA International Heavyweight title. 1987, Lasertron, aka Hector Guerrero, defeats Denny Brown in Atlanta, Georgia to win the NWA World Junior Heavyweight title, ending Brown's third reign. Headbanging into the 90s, most notably 1994, the USWA held its Memphis Memories at the Mid-South Coliseum. In the main event, Jerry Lawler defeated USWA Southern Heavyweight Champion Brian Christopher, Terry Funk, Doug Gilbert, USWA Unified Heavyweight Champion Eddie Gilbert, Austin Idol, Moondog Spot, Tommy Rich, Jimmy Valentine, and Koko B. Ware in a 10-man, four corners elimination match. 1994, Mike Furness defeats Killer Kyle for the SMW Smoky Mountain Wrestling television title in Dungingham, Virginia. 1998, the Hardy Boys, Jeff and Matt, are awarded the NWA 2000 Tag Team titles in Hope Mills, North Carolina. The Hardys gave up the title on June 29th when they left NWA 2000 after officially signing with the WWF. At the same event, Eddie Brown defeats the Iron Sheik for the NWA 2000 American Heritage Heavyweight title. And last but not least, 1999, Ringo Mendoza defeats Satanico for the CMLL World Middleweight title in Mexico City, Mexico. Those are your pro wrestling history highlights for March 7th. I'm the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and join the Gentleman Bastard Brigade. And I'll see you tomorrow.